everybody. My name is Elmo. And if you believe that, oh goodness, you're too kind. No, in actual fact, my name is Mr. Francy, and welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads. Okay, so today I am once again going to be doing a responding to your comments video. Now, in case you don't know what these videos are about, they are exactly how the title makes them sound. I go through comments that you all have left me on my various videos and I get back to them. Honestly, this does a lot for me, but the biggest reason why I love doing these videos is because it allows me a way in video, or in this case audio form, to get back to you all with the comments that you have taken the time to generously leave me. So thank you. First of all, thank you for all the love out there and all the comments that I get. I really humbly appreciate every single comment that I do receive. Every comment, every like, I just really appreciate it. So thank you very much. All right. So let's begin because I have so many. Furthest back comment that I haven't responded to yet was 2 weeks ago. So Mr. Francy, it's time to begin. Let's do this, y'all. Okay, so first up is a comment from Cav Reeves, who commented on my BookTube oldie tag. That was so much fun. What a joy to be able to do a tag for the BookTube oldies, considering how many BookTube newbie tags there are. Anyway, Cav says, I love the energy of BookTubers too. Yay! I mean, it's awesome, isn't it? There's such a big difference between the energy of BookTubers versus the energy on other platforms. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to focus on the positive. BookTube, it's just, beautiful place filled with beautiful energy. Cav goes on to say, it's fun to meet other readers who are as passionate about books as I am. I just discovered BookTube a year ago, and it's definitely encouraged my reading life and introduced me to new authors and even genres that I thought weren't for me. I've tried a few recommended books outside of my usual genres and have been surprised at how much I enjoyed them. Isn't that the truth though, Cav? Like, I have to say, I was saying it in that video, I'm sure. But yeah. 98% of the books on my bookshelves are books that I only have because I saw them on BookTube, and it's really helped me to broaden my horizons. Back in the day prior to BookTube, I only really read fantasy, and now, since starting BookTube, I read so many different genres, so many different age ratings, so many different sub-genres. It is quite incredible. So, and have been introduced to many amazing authors as you have as well. So, thank you for your comment, Cav. I love that you love BookTube just as much as I do for the same reasons that I do. It's an amazing thing, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. Cozy Reads commented on my BookTube oldie tag as well, and Cozy says, really enjoyed this video. Your talking videos have become like a bookish podcast for me. Thank you, Cozy. I really appreciate it. You know, it's definitely different, and is it my preferred method? Well, really, it depends on the day, whether I'm doing an audio video or not. If you're new here, hi, welcome. As I always say in my intros, welcome or welcome back. So welcome if you are new. If you are new, this is not my norm. I don't normally do audio videos. I normally do them with visuals, but an incident occurred a little while ago, and at the moment I'm just not able to do visual videos at the moment, but hoping to return with them at some point in the not too distant future. But in any case, thank you, Cozy. I'm so glad that you're enjoying them. That was my hope, was that it would come across as like a podcast style type video, but for BookTube, if that makes sense. So I'm really glad that it's coming across that way. So thank you, Cozy. I really appreciate your comment. Next up, Jane commented on, the Reading Nook, who is my dear friend Jane from Discord, commented on my BookTube oldie tag saying, I wasn't much of a fantasy reader, but I watched Daniel Green and Murphy Napier talk about Mistborn, how easy it was to, can I just say, I'm so sorry to interrupt your lovely comment, Jane, but I just want to make a point. To anyone who has seen Daniel Green and Murphy Napier's videos, if you've ever seen Daniel talk about Murphy, these two are good friends, and bless them, you can see that they are. But for the longest time, Daniel called Murphy Napier Murphy Napier, And I always wondered how he kept saying her name incorrectly. And then in his most recent video, he actually said Napier. He's now getting it right. I just had to make a point on that. I'm not at all trying to tease him. I was just confused because they're such good friends how he was pronouncing her surname very differently to the way that she does. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, going back to reading what Jane wrote, which is, I wasn't much of a fantasy reader, but I watched Daniel Green and Murphy Napier talk about Mistborn, how easy it was to read, and also watching you, as in me, gushing about Brandon Sanderson, that I decided to pick it up. I remember being in a live reading sprint with you, and your reaction when I posted that I got The Final Empire on audio made me smile. I really like the book and want to do a reread. I only finished last fall. That is so awesome. I love that I have passed on the love of Mistborn because I got it from Murphy. And yeah, I remember her talking about the Mistborn Era 1 series to the point that in the best possible way, it was infectious to me. I saw her talk about it, not only talk about it, because a lot of different booktubers talk about the same books that they love many times. But for me, what caught my attention with Murphy was how much she loved the Mistborn Era 1 trilogy, how much of a passion she had for this trilogy. And I thought, I want to experience that great, deep love and passion that you have for this series. I want to see if I can get that as well by reading this series. And I definitely did. I absolutely love the series so much. So yeah, I'm glad that you saw Daniel and Murphy talking about it, and I'm so glad that also with my recommendation you picked it up. And yeah, was really, really happy. Anytime anyone mentions to me that they're listening to or reading The Final Empire especially, it just gets me so excited. It is without a doubt my favorite book of all time, which is a very big statement to make, but it is. So there you go. Thank you, Jane. Loved reading that comment. Really, really appreciate it. Okay. All right. So then we have, Vignesh S, who is commenting on my audiobooks not available in your country videos that I did a very, very, very long time ago. And Vignesh is saying that they are from India and they wanted some help because they need a book for their PhD work, but they can't, find it because of this reason. Yeah. So, very quick backstory. So a long time ago, I don't even know how long ago it was, but it was a very long time ago, I did a video talking about audiobooks not available in your country. I, back then, was very heavily subscribed to Audible Australia, and it came with a ton of restrictions, including but not limited to certain audiobooks not being available in my country, which, by the way, Cassandra Clare, got a bone to pick with you. You pick which one and we'll start there. Okay. All of Cassandra Clare's books are available on Audible for me, with the exception of The Eldest Curses duology, which really upsets me because arguably the series I'm most looking forward to by Cassandra Clare is her Eldest Curses duology. What are you doing to me, Cassandra Clare? But yes, I totally get it. I think in America, it is far less common to come across a book that is not available in your country, versus in other countries. And that's not saying it won't happen. I just think it's far less common to see that. And especially in my experience, I love reading a lot of American authors' works. So, you know, sometimes there are those regional restrictions that you have, when it goes from, you know, country to country, nation to nation. So yeah, I do feel for you, Vignesh. My only suggestion I could give you would be to try other platforms. The best thing you can do, and this is for anyone out there who can't find an audiobook available in their country, is to look it up in Google. Just go to Google, type the name of the book and type the word audiobook after it and see what comes up for you. Sometimes you'll find them on different platforms that you never knew existed, and then you can go and listen to them over there. But if you're still struggling, please do reach out to me again and I'll see what I can do to assist you. All right. Next up, we have the witchy reader, Johara, commenting on my booktube oldie tag saying awesome tag. Thank you, Johara. Really appreciate it. Then we have, okay, this is, I think my comment section is playing a little funny time with me. Just a moment. Okay, so now that I say it and then refresh the page, that funny thing went away, but to explain what it was so you don't think, oh, Mr. Francy, what do you want about? So I had a comment that I have a comment I'm just about to read that Jane from the Reading Nook wrote on my reading vlog for the 10th to the 18th of February 2023, and yet it said the Reading Nook, but it had a picture of Johara, the witchy reader, and I was just confused going, which one is it? So it is from the Reading Nook from Jane. And Jane says, I work 8:30 to 4:30 every day, and I find that I can squeeze in some reading after I get home. I do find that I get sleepy when I read ebooks in the evenings. I try to do some reading during Discord sprints, but I end up falling asleep. Don't lay down while listening to an audiobook, you'll fall asleep. And she has a laughing emoji there. She says, I like your vlog, good job, and left a sparkly heart. Thank you, Jane. Okay, if you've made it this far, leave a sparkly heart in the comment section. Look, Jane, I very, very much appreciate you responding with that, because yeah, it is, I do find it very hard for me, and the fact that you work every day and that you do find some time to squeeze in to read every day, I really appreciate that. I wish I could do that. Some days for me are easier than others, and some days I am able to read, or in this case, instead of reading, I'm doing a video. But yeah, I just find that sometimes during my working week, especially if I'm working late, for those of you who don't know, with my job, my hours vary week to week. I'm on what we call a rotating roster. So one week I could finish at 4 p.m. and another week I can finish at 8:30 p.m. and it's just, yeah, insane. But anyway, so yeah, a number of factors come into it, but I find that I can't read every single day because of how exhausted I am with work. Yeah, once I'm done with the day. But anyway, I think it's great that you can, Jane. I think that's fantastic. But yeah, don't lay down when listening to an audiobook. You'll fall asleep. I hear you. It happened to me on the weekend just gone by. I was listening to The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, and I fell asleep listening to it, and I can't believe I did. I love the book so much, but I still fell asleep. So I hear you. It's definitely possible. But thank you for your comment. The Witchy Reader, Johara, commented on my reading vlog 10th to the 18th of February saying, awesome vlog. Thank you, Johara. Cozy Reads commented on my reading vlog 10th to the 18th of February 2023 saying, made it to the end, and left an emoji of books. I appreciate that, Cozy. Thank you. She says, I definitely agree. There's a difference when you can only read a few chapters in a day compared to having a full free day to read. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one thing that's really getting to me. Reading books that I've already read, so my rereads such as Mistborn, The Final Empire, and currently The Well of Ascension, have really helped me because I have read them before, so it doesn't really matter how much time I have because I know the books inside and out, so I'm comfortable with that. But I'm going to be getting onto a new book soon that I'm going to be reading during the weekdays, and I don't know how I'm going to go with that. So if anyone has any tips, please let me know. Any tips for if you can only read a little bit here and there every day, please let me know. But thank you for your comment, Cozy. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Okay. Andrea also commented on the reading vlog for the 10th to the 18th of February 2023 saying, with book emojis, thank you, saying, I can get really down about the reading I am not able to do throughout the week. Yeah, so Andrea, you get it. Yeah. It's, you know, for some people it's a comparison thing, and I'm not saying it is, excuse me, I'm not saying it is for Andrea, and it's definitely not for me. For some people, though, it's a comparison thing of like, oh, how can you read 20 books in a month and I can't, and I'm running out of time? But certainly for people like me, and probably also for people like Andrea, it's that we love to read, so when we don't have that time to read, it can just be, yeah, it can be very annoying, and it can elicit a whole range of emotions out of us. And I know definitely for me, I miss those days where I could read every single day for as long as I wanted to, but obviously those days are gone, and it's a good thing, but not a good thing for a reader, I suppose. But thank you, Andrea. We will get through this together. Thanks for your comment. Nikki's Books commented on my hashtag save the TBRs video. And Nikki says, I love TBRs. Excellent. Yay. Nikki says, I always have Goodreads open to find books people mention if I think they sound good. Yeah, great. It sounds like a modernized version of what I used to do with my lists. For those of you who don't know, in that video, I referred to how I would sit with a notepad and pen. Yes, because I'm a very old soul who isn't typing away on my phone or my computer or whatever. I'm writing away on a piece of paper. And yeah, I would have my pen poised to the paper, waiting to see what would come up in a monthly TBR, like a home shopping network for me. And so I'm glad that you're able to do that too, Nikki, and thank you for your comment. Bumble Bummy commented on my Would I Reread These Series video saying I'd reread Harry Potter. I haven't read it in years. I have not read the other series. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Bumble Bunny, I wonder if you'll enjoy the other series. But as to Harry Potter, yeah, I would always be up for a reread of Harry Potter. I miss it so much. Oh, and yeah, let's just put this out into the booktube sphere. Apparently, I don't know if this is rumor or if it is fact, so take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if it's been confirmed. But apparently, they plan on making a Harry Potter and the Cursed, well, I call it cursed even though it's cursed, but Harry Potter and the Cursed Child film. Are you kidding me? I hope they don't recast. I hope that we have all the originals if they're going to do that, but we'll see how we go. What are your thoughts and feelings on this? If you're a Harry Potter fan and you've read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, let me know in the comments below. Alright, yeah, always would be up for a reread of Harry Potter Bumble Bunny. Thank you for your comment. The Witchy Reader commented on my 1 and 2 star books in the last 3 years video saying great video, thank you. And again, The Witchy Reader commenting on my Would I Reread These Series video with awesome video. Thank you so much, Jahara. I really appreciate all your support. Pat G commented on my Would I Reread These Series video by saying I also wasn't a fan of Allegiant, but was completely obsessed with Divergent. Yes! Definitely, yes, 100%. We get each other, don't we, Pat? Yes, we do. Allegiant just did not work for me. You just don't do that, Veronica Roth. Although, what I was thinking... Yes, there is more to the Divergent series than just Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, and 4. There are novellas. Who knew this? If you knew and you held out on me, issues. No, I'm kidding. But let me know if you knew that there were novellas in the Divergent series. I need to read them. And if you've read them, let me know if you think I should or if I should avoid them. Because on the whole, I loved Divergent. I liked Insurgent. Really had issues with Allegiant, and I loved 4. So yeah, let me know. Anyway, Pat G goes on to say, I did reread the first 2 books of the Harry Potter series not too long ago, actually. Oh, nice. Not sure if I have time to continue. Fair enough. I have so many new series to catch up on. Yes, I totally hear what you are saying. I do too. My sass list. Dear, dear, dear Elizabeth, from Lizzie Faye Loves Books. What have you done to me? I say in the best possible way. I have way too many series on my sass list. There's no way I'm getting through all of them this year, but wish me the best of luck. So I get you, Pat. And Pat goes on to say, I recently finished With a Charm on Top by Samantha Silver. It makes me so excited when people say they read anything Samantha Silver. And it was so lovely with sparkly hearts. Thank you for the sparkly hearts, and I'm so glad you loved it. Pat G says, I feel like the Spellford Cove series will eventually become a series I will reread. I can understand that, especially the first era. I feel like we're into a second era now, and if you've read the first 5 books, you probably know what I mean. Book 6 to me feels like a second era. I love the first era. I don't know how I feel about the second era so far, but anyway, thank you, Pat, for your wonderful comment. Mr. AJ the Artist commented on my Would I Reread This series with a whole bunch of stars and sparkly hearts. Thank you so much for your continued support, Mr. AJ the Artist. I truly appreciate it. Almost every video I do, you're leaving some sparkly hearts for me. Many sparkly hearts. I really, really appreciate the support. Thank you. Okay. Cav Reeves has commented on my 1 and 2 star books in the last 3 years by saying, Ha! I'm with you on Lord of the Rings. Thank you. Good to know I'm not alone because Mr. Francy has issues with Lord of the Rings. So feel free to go and check out my top 10 things I don't like about Lord of the Rings video. There are at least 10 things and I go into detail. Why I have issues. But if you love Lord of the Rings, that's totally fine, and I'm glad for you that it works for you. Just for me, it definitely didn't. So glad to know I'm not alone, Cav. Thank you. Cav goes on to say, I reread The Hobbit and enjoyed it, but not enough to understand all of the hoopla. Thank you. Sorry. I have to react to that. Thank you. There is so much hoopla revolved around there are words. There are words Mr. Francy wants to say that he won't say. to keep it PG, to keep it, nice. There is so much hoopla surrounding The Lord of the Rings that I personally don't understand. I get that The Lord of the Rings was the beginning of fantasy and that J.R.R. Tolkien did a lot for the fantasy genre. Thank you, J.R.R. Tolkien. Excuse me, I really appreciate it. I appreciate it because of what came up since Lord of the Rings. Does that mean I have to love Lord of the Rings? No. So, thank you. Cav goes on to say, just couldn't get into the other books. Haven't seen the movies either. Gasp! Oh, the way I read that. Oh, what was her name? I can't even remember. Was it Gia Gunn? I think it was. If you know what I'm referring to with Gia Gunn and the word gasp, let me know in the comments below. Let's see who knows what I'm referring to there. But anyway, yeah, I watched the first two. I think I watched Hobbit and oh god, I don't remember, but the very first Lord of the Rings trilogy book turned into a movie, and I thought they were better than the books, honestly. But yeah, the books weren't for me. But thank you, Cav. Good to know I'm not alone. Jane, the Reading Nook, commented on my reading vlog for the 18th to the 24th of February 2023 by saying, good vlog. Thank you, Jane. Jane goes on to say, I've been listening to the Coffee House books on Audible Plus, and I have books 15 to 19 to read. You are so much further ahead than me. I've only read 6 of them so far. Good work, Jane. Jane says, the series is pretty good. A bit grittier, but I like that. I've never guessed who the killer was when I'm reading. Don't mind that because if I was able to guess the killer, I probably wouldn't like mysteries as much. You know what? That is a very good point, Jane. A very good point. I have an update for you all. My most recent cozy that I read was Death of a Chocoholic by Lee Hollis, and I guessed the killer. Yes, Mr. Francy gets a gold medal. It's only the second time in my cozy mystery reading career that I guessed the killer. I was so proud. I did not like the book, but I was so proud of myself. We'll talk more about that in a reading vlog, why I didn't like the book, but I was so proud of myself. But yeah, anyway, thank you, Jane, because that's a very good point. And, yeah, good on you for making it up to, book 15. I will get there eventually. I do love the series. I love the cozy side of it. If you're a coffee fan, if you love coffee as much as myself or Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls, I highly recommend the Coffee House Mystery Series by Cleo Coyle because the passion that Cleo Coyle and the protagonist Claire Cosey have for coffee really shines through. And I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. It really shines through in the first half of every single book that she's written, at least in the first 6 so far. So there you go. Cav responded to that saying, thanks for mentioning the series is on Audible Plus. Yeah, it is. I think from book 7 or 8 onwards, it is on Audible Plus. Yeah. Cav says, my library has just a couple of them on Libby audio, all later in the series. I actually listened to Brood Awakening number 18 and enjoyed it. A good one for a newbie to the series because Cleo has amnesia, so I got the condensed version of the series so far as she works getting her memory back. Oh, I didn't know that. Sigh, though now I'll be adding another series to my SAS list. I totally hear you, Cav. Oh, I totally hear you. All right. Cozy has commented on the same reading vlog, 18th to the 24th of Feb, saying, had to pause the video to say, I love those moments when we have to pause because we have to respond. Thank you, Cozy. I love when we get to know the murder victim before the murder takes place. You feel so much more invested in the mystery and trying to solve it when you feel like you know the victim. I would much rather have a murder take place later in the book so the plot and details can develop. Having someone die in chapter 1 that has said one mean thing to the main character is so lackluster. Why do I care if their murder is solved? I don't know them. That is a hot take that I agree on, and thank you for your hot take. If you guys have any other hot takes, please feel free to leave them in the comments because I love reading hot takes. But in this case, I agree with you, Cozy, so much. In a lot of cozy mysteries, the victim is killed in the first chapter. We don't know them. And as Cozy has said, they say one bad thing to someone and suddenly they're dead. And why do we care that they're dead? Because all we know about them is nothing. They're like a one-dimensional character. We know nothing about them other than they were mean. And that's it. So I completely agree with you, Cozy. Thank you for your comment. And Pat G commented on that too. I responded saying, I totally agree. Thank you, Pat. Okay, Rocky Mountain Book Addict, my dear friend Amy over on the Discord, has also responded to the reading vlog from the 18th to the 24th of Feb, saying, if you like older women solving murderers with a humorous touch to your cozy mysteries, I would suggest the Miss Fortune series by Jana or Yana DeLeon, I believe is how you say that. I hope so. They are one of my absolute fave cozy mystery series. That is awesome. Thank you, Amy, for that suggestion. I'll have to look into it. Johara, the Witchy Reader, commented on that same reading vlog, saying, awesome vlog. Thank you so much. Okay, the Reading Nook Jane commented on my March TBR, saying, looking forward to reading Death of a Chocoholic. It should be fun. What is that, moment from The Simpsons where Homer tries an alcoholic beverage that Moe has made, and he goes, looks delicious. And he takes a drink and he goes, it's not. That's my first reaction. Like, it should be such a fun read. It's not. Well, that's just my opinion anyway. I don't think Jane enjoyed it, but I don't know if you did or not, Jane. But yeah, I was so looking forward to it, and it just really let me down. But anyway, I love that we anticipate books on no matter what level, whether we eagerly anticipate a book or we just hopefully anticipate a book. I love that we do. Jane goes on to say, I read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe before, so it's a reread for me. Awesome. And she says, I liked it when I read it the first time. Yay! I'm looking forward to reading The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, especially with the way that The Magician's Nephew ended. I think I've read or watched The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I've done one or the two, but it was so long ago that I really remember next to nothing. So, really happy about that. Okay. I'm trying to get through as many of these as I can, so let's move on. Still in the March TBR, Joe has commented, hi Joe, saying, love your videos. Oh, Joe, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Joe goes on to say, I will be reading Death of a Chocoholic with you. Yay! That's so cool. And then Joe says, hope all is going well with you and have a lovely day. That is so beautiful, Joe. Thank you so much. I don't remember the last time someone said, have a lovely day to me, certainly in a comment. Thank you. That is so lovely. I hope things are going really well with you too. And I hope that you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful week and enjoying all of your reads at the moment. Joe, that was a beautiful comment. Thank you very much. Karen Bird has responded to my March TBR saying, hi, Mr. Francy. Hi, Karen. I always enjoy your videos. Thank you. I tried connecting with you on Discord, but I'm not very familiar with Discord. Completely understandable, Karen. So do feel free to reach out to me, send me a private message over on Discord if you can, or just leave a post in the general section and myself or one of the moderators will be more than happy to assist you. We are a very welcoming community and we are more than happy to take the time to show you the ropes and teach you how you can access Discord, because Discord is a whole lot of fun. You guys, in case you don't know, I always have a link to my Discord in the description. The party does not end here. You get 3 videos a week from me roughly here on YouTube, on BookTube, but the party continues over on the Discord and I'm pretty much there every day. I'm not always sprinting every day, but I'm there pretty much every day. So yeah, feel free to check it out if you want some after party stuff. I want to say after party action, but that just sounds so wrong. So, the after party stuff, we'll go have our drinks over there and have a bit of a chat. Okay, thank you, Karen. So please do reach out. We're more than happy to assist. Johara, the Witchy Reader, commented on my March TBR saying, awesome TBR. Thank you. Jessica Lynn commented on my February wrap for 2023, saying, Eliza and her monsters is amazing. I wish this was a series, but also don't. I loved it so much. I totally get what you mean, Jessica Lynn. It was such a good read. I really enjoyed it. I feel like I could definitely read more, but at the same time, I don't know if I would want to commit to a series of it. So I 100% understand where you're coming from and completely agree. I'm so glad you enjoyed it as well. Cav commented on my February wrap video saying, I enjoyed the Narnia series when I was a kid and I read them in publication order. Have most of the books, most of the books reread multiple times. It's been years though since I read The Magician's Nephew. Definitely not my favorite of the series, and I think I appreciated reading it at the end because I could see all the beginning bits of Narnia, if that makes sense. Absolutely. After reading it now, it absolutely does, Cav. I can't wait until you meet Reepicheep in later books. I hope I'm saying that right. Is that right? Reepicheep? Okay, I'm looking forward to it. One of my favorite Narnian characters. Well, I will certainly let you know what I think of Reepicheep when I get to that point, Cav. Thank you. We have 2 quick comments to get to. Mr. AJ, the artist, on my February wrap, putting up stars and sparkly hearts. Thank you once again. Thank you so much. And Johara, the Witchy Reader, putting up awesome wrap for my February wrap for 2023. And I am up to date with the comments. Oh my gosh, just at the half-hour mark. It is perfectly timed. Yay! Great reaching out to all of you again. Thank you so much. Please continue to leave comments and I will continue to do videos like these. But in the meantime, that is where I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to let you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Please take some time throughout the course of your day to list something, or if not, 3 things if you'd like to challenge yourself that you are thankful for that day. And please do be kind, love one another, and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. And until next time, happy reading. Bye, everyone.